Alright, what's good everybody? Back at it again here. About to give you another little commentary breakdown of some matches. But before we get into this, let's go ahead and show everything that I'm using because apparently I didn't do it right. So if you guys want to take a quick skim at my gear and whatnot, this is it. Got the Hawking set and we got the Eagle Rod set going on. This is what I'm using. I did change up the inner ways a little bit. I'm now running Wolf Chasers art because I have it to tier 3. If you guys don't know, tier 3 gives this thing hyper armor pretty much. So it becomes very good, even better than what it was, because you can now use it defensively as counters to things and trade with people. So, and by the way, like if there's anybody that's up in Mythic that's using Heavy Quaker Spear, just assume they're using Wolf Chasers Art tier 3. It'll make dealing with them 10 times better. But yeah, so I swapped out Adaptive Steel for Wolf Chasers Art. If you don't have this to tier 3 yet, then just go ahead and rock with the Adaptive Steel until you get this to tier 3. But my other inner ways are the Bitter Seasons, Star Reacher, and Morale Chant. Of course, Mystic Skills, we got the Kicks, Serene Grace, the Toad, and Yaksha. This is what I mainly use. Of course, on the back bar, we do have the Meridian Touch with the Guardian Palm, Soaring Spin, and Golden Body, but I pretty much rarely ever use my back bar. Alright, so with that out the way, and little disclaimer, this is all going to be from the perspective of somebody that runs dual spears. So if you use the fan and you want to say, hey, how do I deal with such as the fan? Hey bro, I can't help you. Alright, sorry. So, but all my dual spear users, the few of us rejoice, this is perfect for you. Or if you even run one of the spears, this will be helpful for you. So without any more delays, let's get right into it. Alright, so to start this off with, and I've seen some of the comments, y'all like, hey man, where's the tank fights at? Well, here you go, buddy. Good old tank fights for you. We're going to start off with 2 of them, just to keep you happy. Alright, now if you are running the Nameless Spirit, this is going to go a lot better for you, so keep that in mind. So here we go. Now starting off, he makes a big mistake. If you're using this skill and you're trying to get the Mythic, take that shit off, bro. That shit don't work up here. That's a free catch every time. But the suction skill right here, you either want to parry it like I just did or block it. Right there, they can cancel into a guard break, so just be careful of that. I did dodge the Yaksha Rush because we got the good reactions over here. Now you see my guy's a little bit laggy. Here, of course, we parried that again. If you know how to deal with that, then dealing with the Mo Blade is not an issue. Just don't get caught by that suction skill. That's the main thing. He does do another thing a bit later in the video that I will show you that kind of surprised even me, which is something that I now am aware of in those fights. Here, of course, we block and we parry. There's nothing he can really do about that. He's just tanky, so it's just going to take a long time to kill him. You see him just run at me with the charge. You do not engage. Now here I tried to dodge the suction. Bad play by me because I did get caught by the following hits of the suction, so that he was able to get me there. Luckily he didn't do too much damage, and we end up catching him, get the execute off, get big damage. Now here's the thing that surprises me that comes up. He is going to get an instant charge off of this. I was not ready for this shit. That shit broke my key bar. Ate 20,000 damage for that. Not feeling good, buddy. Not feeling good. So now, if you're fighting a tank, just be aware that they can do that shit, because I was not aware of that until just now. But he does end up walking into the stun, and now we combo him and pretty much finish him off here. And that's going to be the match for this one. Alright, so tank fight number 2. Let's go ahead and see how this goes. So of course, starting off, they go ahead and do their buff. Keep your blocks up to block the Meridian Touch so you can have the guard counter. Now, whenever they use this skill with the spear, you can punish that with the stun. Of course, with any super armor skill they use, you want to look to punish that with the stun. That's going to be one of your best tools when it comes to fighting these tanks. Alright, take time out to appreciate this nice bait that he did. Good job on him. We do block this suction hit. I get hit by the second 2 strikes, but because that first one didn't hit me, I was able to spam Toad out of that. And I see he's kind of low. I know he likes the Meridian Touch, so we're going to walk and block. Use the block counter to break his key. Get the execute off, but the game said, screw you, buddy. No execute for me. But it's okay. We're going to come back from that. No worries. He tries to Yaksha rush me. We do dodge and punish. You can always punish at the end of Yaksha rush with pretty much anything. It leaves them very wide open. But remember, if they are using a fan, they can cancel the Yaksha rush. So that's something that you want to be careful of against fan users, of course. But going back into the neutral here, he's low on key again, so we use the Meridian Touch to break his key and get the execute off. We charge up the heavy on wake up, but he does wake up with super armor, so he does break my key. So that's a good play on his part. And back into the neutral game. This is going to be majority of the tank fight because they have such high health. He does another Yaksha rush. We punish with the dash attack and go into combo him. Here's where their tier 3 Somber Sorrow comes into play. Because he thought that I did not have hyper armor there, I was able to just tank through everything that he did and punish him for trying to recover there. And because of that, he ends up dying. So yeah, that is how you deal with the tanks. Alright, so up here, we've got one of the classic types that you'll see up here in the Mythic ranks. He's using the strategic sword with the twin bleeds. You'll probably run into this a million times up here. And he also likes to use his drunken fist. And to make things even better, he's a parry god. So we will see how I deal with this guy. Of course, with the twin blades, you want to watch out for that dash attack. I do punish him here for using that with the Somber Sorrow, and he does bait out my Serene Breeze there, so good on him for them. That was a really nice bait here. Here I see that he does like to spam the Drunken Fist, so I take that into consideration. As you can see, he's still spamming it, and I'm going to spam the Toad because why not? And I do end up catching him right there. And here I take note that he is trying to be the parry god as well, so we've got that going for him, and we're going to make him pay for that. We catch him here with the Somber Sorrow hyper armor, get him into a nice combo. You know, the classic combo right here into the Toad, into the stun. And I know he's going to try to parry this, so we bait it out. And we punish him using the Yaksha rush. So, GG's on him, buddy. Alright, so coming up, we've got the classic combination of the fan and umbrella. One you'll see fairly often. It's not too uncommon to run into this every now and then. Remember the things you look out for. If the fan, block the uppercut and punish. For the umbrella, slightly delay your dodge and you will never get hit by that stun. So with those in mind, let's go ahead and see how this plays out. Unlucky for him, he does whiff his uppercut and he gets punished for that, so he has to blow a Serene Breeze. I'm feeling fancy and we got those reactions, so I do parry that and punish him for that. Of course, we gotta do things a little, we gotta style on him a little bit, you know, when we can. Just cause, why not? But because I'm trying to style on him, I missed the execute. So, hey man, if anything, remember this. Don't be trying to style and miss the executes out here. But back to the fight, of course, you see we get the nice block punish on the uppercut, and we catch him because of that. Punish him. Do not let that go unpunished. Always keep those walking and blocking to punish that every time. He spams the super armor here. Parry that, but he does catch me with the uppercut, and here goes the umbrella stun. Slightly delay your dodge. That should never hit you. And there's that. Alright, next up, we're taking you back to another classic that you've probably all ran into a million times. We've got the Sword Runner. The guy that doesn't want to fight, he just wants to run around the arena like a little pussy. You know, shooting out his old Nameless sword skills and run around, you know, so Of course, we gotta take you through another one of these. So look at him go, already with the projectiles after start. And of course, he has the Meridian Touch as well. He's doing everything to get that little bit of chip damage and run around the arena. You know, here he tries to do the wolf-like frenzy, but we got those parries. But he does catch me with some projectiles because, of course he does. So remember, whole thing with these guys, you want to try and keep your composure. Do not get too flustered by the projectiles. Do not super overly commit to dashing towards them. You want to use your walking blocks. That's the name of the game in this type of fight. Now here, I bait out the dodge. I know he was going to try and dodge and run away, so I waited and caught him with the stun, and he eats a nice combo from it. And of course, he's back to running away, so back to neutral we go. You know, gotta survive the sea of projectiles here. My key is a little low, so I do want to be a little bit careful. I catch him with the nice dash attack with the Nameless Spear. If they think you have the heavy quicker spear and you go for a dash attack, you will catch them with the Nameless Spear dash attack. It's a little bit deceptive as you can see. But break his key, he does use the Serene Breeze. I take note of that, and because he has no Serene Breeze left, I'm now trying to rush him down. Because if he commits to any combo, I now get a free combo off of that. Like so. And we punish him for doing that. And that is going to be the game. Ended in style with the Toad. Alright, next up we got another sword runner. But this guy actually uses the strategic sword, unlike the last guy. So we're going to see how this goes. Now if you are running dual spear, I'm going to show you something neat here. You can kind of conceal the weapon swap. So here he's going to use some dash charges, and he sees me use the Somber Sorrow skill, so he thinks I have the heaviest quicker spear. But I swap and use the parry animation to hide that, so he goes for some Drunken Fist, not expecting it to be stunned. So that is one thing you can do if you're running double spear setup like this. You can conceal that swap using that if you throw out the Somber Sorrow at the start, and they will not expect you to then stun them. But here we do a nice catch with the Somber Sorrow. Because I did catch him previously with the stun, he has no Serene Breeze, so we do big damage on him, big execute. We're starting off this match looking good. However, I did mess up my skill swap, or my weapon swap there, and I end up using the Nameless Spear charge attack. You never want to go for that, that shit is garbage. Alright, now here I do misplay, and I kind of hesitate on my punish on his charge attack, and I end up getting caught for that. Luckily he doesn't get a big combo, and he makes the mistake of using Meridian Touch up close, as you can see there. If you remember from the previous video, you can punish that. Do not let people get away with that. If they use it up close like that and you block it, dash towards them, punish them, do not let them get away with that. Now you can see because he did that, he ends up dying. Alright, so next up, we've got a guy that's running the Nameless Spear plus the sword. This is more so going to be about dealing with the Nameless Spear and the stun. The whole thing is you don't want to get stunned. So you want to try and bait that out whenever you see them switch to that spear. If they're running to you, you know they're looking to stun you. So do your best to bait that out. Not much is really going, just doing a little bit of neutral here. Not too much is going on here. Dodging his sword slashes. He's coming close to me with the spear. He does bait me out and get me scared of it, so good on him for doing that. If you are using the Nameless Spear, you can do that. Now check this out here. I go for a dash attack to bait out his stun. Then I wait for it to dodge and catch him with my stun. So those are the type of things that you want to try and do when fighting against another Nameless Spear user. Try and bait out him to use his stun, and then catch him. Of course, we get him with a nice stun again, and I see that he likes to parry, so I'll take that. I'm going to take that into consideration for a little bit later in the fight. Get the nice execute off. We catch him here with the dash attack, And now I know he's going to try and parry again, so we go for the guard break again. Catch him, and when you punish him for that, he's silenced, he can't really do much. And because of that, he ends up dying for it. So do not be out here trying to be the parry god all the time, alright? Alright, so next up, we've shown you the Nameless Spear, so of course we got to show you how to deal with the Heaven Quaker Spear. And remember, always assume they're using the tier 3 Wolf Chasers art for the hyper armor. It's going to make dealing with them a lot better. So we get a nice little block counter off those Meridian touches. Even if they use those from far away, do not let them get away with that. We have a nice little super armor battle here, and I see that he likes to parry, so I'm going to take that into consideration for the future. He goes for the Yaksha Rush, and I punish him. I know he likes to parry, so I delayed the heavy a little bit to get him in between his parry. However, that did cost me to use my stam, so I was not able to block cancel that. And I do drop the combo because of that. But we end up recatching him again and punishing him for it. So we're looking pretty good here. Everything goes back to neutral. He's doing some nice dodges here. I do miss my stun. I had like no tracking on that stun for whatever reason, but it is okay. And because I wasn't paying attention to my ki here, he is able to just break my ki using the Drunken Fist and execute me. So now we're somewhat even now. Alright, now check this out here. For those of you that are sleeping on the Nameless Spear dash attack, that shit is nice. So, he does blow his Serene Breeze there. Because of that, I blow my Serene Breeze and punish him on the kick, stagger him, and we end up killing him for that. So GG's the buddy. And lastly, remember whenever you see these symbols down here, you're fighting against the Rope Dart Twin Blades. So off the start, you do want to try and rush him down. Do not let him buff up. So we catch him with the stun here. He breaks out of that. Usually they try to engage with that Rope Dart skill right there. You can dodge forward diagonally to dodge that and then punish him for using that. That skill has a really long recovery time, and I don't think that they can cancel out of that recovery. So they're pretty vulnerable if they use that move and miss with it. And of course we try and rush him down. Do not let him run away and buff up with the Rope Dart. And you definitely do not want to let him heal as well. That's going to be pretty annoying to deal with if you do let him do that. And because of that, we're able to pretty much keep the pressure up on him. We're not letting him get away. Even though he is using the Twin Blades, you do still want to be somewhat aggro, but just be careful. He messes up trying to be the parry god, and we do catch him with the light attacks, and we finish him off because of that. So GG's to Buddy. But yeah, that is going to be the end of this. I can make these a little bit more regularly if that's what y'all want. It seems that y'all like the first one, so hey, if this next one does good, you may get some more. But yeah, I hope some of you were able to take something away from here. Maybe you learned a few things. Let me know down below. And hope to see you all out here in these arena streets. Thank you for watching.